What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Today I got a couple of great things I would like to show you. It's about Delysium, very positive news. It's about Bitcoin, very positive news. It's about basically free money in crypto, very positive news. And let's take a look at some charts. There are a lot of cool things for today, so let's get right into it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you haven't liked the video yet, smack it. Just smack it. Whatever. Fuck that button. Smack it. And turn on the bell notification, of course. Will help me a lot. Sorry for my voice. I'm still sick. I'm always sick for some reason. I don't know. Thanks my little kid for always getting me sick. But let's dive right into it and let's get my cheat sheet out here. So the first thing, which is really important, of course, is knowing how the crypto market is looking like, right? And the crypto market, well, it looks like this. Here you go. Now, you know. Now, the crypto market is basically moving sideways for, well, basically a month, you can already say, right? And we had some, you know, wicks to the downside. We had wicks to the upside. But basically the range is between... No, it's a big range, 22.3 and 25, basically. Well, better saying 24, basically. That's the range for now. And a lot of people still argue, is the Bitcoin bottom in or not? Well, yeah, there are a couple of things that show that the bottom might be in. So let's go get back to that in a second. But first, the DXY. Looking a lot better right now. So the DXY, it came up all the way, had this perfect support right here, and it totally broke out. And now we finally broke down, right? And we tried to reclaim this trend line over here, and they did. It happened, right? But for a couple of days, and we now broke down to the downside just as easy, or even easier, than we did to the upside. This was a very, this was a point where you could have expected to get a rejection, a lot of support coming in right here, a lot of resistance. We have the bull market support band, and in this case, the bear market resistance band, because the DXY is getting rejected right there. I wouldn't be surprised to see the DXY going down all the way to 103. That's where the 50 moving average comes in, and this horizontal that goes decennia back. So that's a very important level, but that's looking quite bullish. The S&P also... We want this thing to go up, of course, right? And it was in this downward trend since, well, end of 2021, basically. And we got a rejection here again. We got a rejection here. We got a double rejection right here. And when we finally broke out of it, the market was really going up, of course. And now it's going down. Why? Well, it looks like a perfect retest. And there are... 4 different types of support in this area. I will be surprised to see the S&P close below 3,900. Why is that? First of all, we have this major, well, legacy line basically, right? That was the big resistance area all the time. And that is very logical to now be support. Second, we have this horizontal right here, and if you look at it like this, you might be like, okay, is there a lot of support right there? Yeah, there actually is. We had a lot of resistance right here, right? It goes from February 2021 to March 2021, so we had a month long of resistance right there. And if you really zoom in and take a look, this is where we find a lot of support on this line, right? Especially in this area, perfect support. But here you can see the bounces as well. And of course, we have these fake outs and the moments where we really went below it, and that was also big resistance then. So it should be support right now. We got the 50 daily moving average right here, the blue line. Also should be big support. And we got the bull market support band right there. Right, so 4 different types of support. I don't think it breaks that easy, which is positive for Bitcoin, because if we go back to the upper side of the range again, then it might be, well, that's a big range, 4,300. But for now, in the shorter term, I think, well, 41, 42 maybe is a level to look out for. That will be really bullish for Bitcoin. Will be really bullish for Bitcoin. Also, if we look at the USDT dominance, yeah, I've been very like this chart. It's showing strength, definitely. Like we go up, 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 up. So people deploying their crypto back in USDT. But now we finally broke down. People finally start to deploy their USDT into crypto, right? And we find big support on this area. As you can see, we had a lot of resistance. We had a lot of resistance. There we had a lot of support. So it's a big area. But once we break this, then it's a long way down. That's 30%. This move was also 30%, and it shot Bitcoin up by 60%. So, you know, I'm not implying that Bitcoin will go up another 60% from here. But if such a move will happen eventually, and it will, it's very positive for Bitcoin. So, that's something you should keep your eye out for. I don't mean to say that it can't go down in the shorter term. Of course, Bitcoin can come down in the shorter term. I'm kind of surprised that it didn't test the 22.5 already, to be honest. So that's still on the table. But, longer term, always bullish. Now that we talk about the long term, though, this is really interesting. Because if you look at the monthly chart for Bitcoin, and forget about here we go. Let me hide them for a while. Look at this. The stochastic RSI. Really bullish. So the stochastic RSI is basically this momentum indicator right here. And every time it's low, we are oversold. And every time it's high, we are overbought. And if you use it on the weekly or the daily or the 4-hour, you can use this single indicator to trade. You can just buy right here and sell right here. You won't nail the top and the bottom, but the chances that you are making a good trade are very likely. Now, the higher the time frame, the more accurate something is. And this is the monthly time frame. We don't get it much higher than this, basically, because otherwise we don't have a lot of history. But if you look at this, we are oversold, and we were there twice before, right? We were there in 2014-15 in the bottom of the bear market. Once we got out of it, what happened? We got into a bull market. We were here in 2018-19 as well, in the bear market, right? And this when it's that low, that's where most pain is. That's where you really go down, right? Here we were really that low, and you see Bitcoin really dropping, and here as well, really dropping. And also this time, you can see it right here as well, we were really that oversold, and we were really dropping, right? But now it's going back up again. And I said this a couple of days ago, but it's now March, and we just got a new month closure, and it's still a green closure. It was but we got a green closure. But it made it turn upwards a little bit more, right? And I think that's very important to see. Because it's showing that the momentum is finally to the upside. And as you can see in the history so far, and I'm not saying okay, it never happened before, so it's not possible. But, this is what we go off, right? This chart is what we have. Otherwise, charting would be useless. If you look, anytime we were that oversold and we got out of it, it was not a fake out or anything. We really got out of it, right? And we really got up. And that's what the chart did as well. Right? And it can mean here we were going up, and we were going from, let's say 226 all the way to 502, but we came all the way back down again to 350, right? I don't know the exact numbers, but it's the same as going from 15 to 25 back to 20, maybe. It's possible, but overall the bigger picture is still in an uptrend, right? Now, that's what happened all the time, right? Here as well. We got out of it. And we really got out of it, right? Now we got out of it. Could we go back in it again? It's possible, but it just didn't happen before. So far it's looking very bullish to me. Also, what you can see right here is when we are in a bull market, that's why it's called the bull market support band, we really find support perfectly on that band, right? We got 2 months of closure above it right now. That's not what we usually have in a bear market, right? In a bear market, we are below it, but once we go up, we really go up, right? Here we got below it again, but we already got the pre-pump from 3,000 to 13,000, 14. So that was a 4x already, right? We now did 60%. So it's not really we still could have a long way to go. Right, this chart on the monthly could definitely look maybe I'm not talking about the exact times, but it could look like this, right? The movements going up a lot, 40K, whatever could happen, and coming all the way back down to 20K, make people feel like whatever again, get them out, and then get the run on. What's very interesting, Eric Crown has if you don't know his YouTube channel, check it out. He's a really smart dude. I want to show you this very short clip of a video that he just posted.
Matched up with the monthly chart. And what are we looking at as of right here? Well, first, let me explain. What am I going to be explaining? Well, it is this particular line right here. of which anytime that we've seen slope changes in the extreme highs and the extreme lows, we have observed macro shifts in market direction. So in this case, I'm obviously focused on the slope changes from downslope to upslope in the red zone. And these have correlated, as you can see, with the green vertical bars, all macro lows in the past.
So what he says is, usually, so far, when this indicator right here, it goes down in a bear market as well. When it starts to turn up, that's also where the bottom is marked. The bottom was already in by then, right? Here we went up. The bottom was already in right here. Here we went up. Here we went up. The bottom was already in right here. Here we went up. The bottom was already in, right? And now we are also going up. It's so far a very, accurate indicator as well. So a lot of people, they feel like, and yeah, you could have black swans, but believe it or not, the charts come before the news comes. That's how it works, right? Like, there could be a black swan, whatever it might be. There's still some people talking about that Binance FUD. I don't really buy it. But let's say, hypothetically, that Binance falls. It could happen, definitely. But look at this. Look at this. I mean, look what happened right here. It was in November, right? And this was the FTX collapse, right? And it had a candle of 27%, right? And a closure candle of 20%. That was when one of the biggest exchanges fell, right? So let's say Binance falls, right? And we do the closure on 20%. It's 18K. It's not the bottom yet. Let's say we go all the way, indeed, 27%, give or take. 16K. It's still not the bottom, right? We have to fall at least 34% from here or more to see a new bottom, right? But I think a lot of things in the charts will still hold that up. So, I'm not saying you should buy at 23.7K. I'm not saying when you should do anything at all, though. Don't sue me. But I think in the bigger scheme of things, when you look at this chart, if you just forget about the 4 hour, forget about the daily, forget about everything, and look at the monthly chart right here. If you are in crypto now, because you want to profit from it at the top of the next bull run, that likely is coming in 2 years or so, right? 2.5. Then does it matter if you buy here or here? Of course, it matters. But at the end of the day, you are giving yourself a lot more headache than you should, in my opinion. Right? So, but yeah, and I'm not like that. I'm not taking my own advice. I'm not buying at 23.7 when I can also buy at 22, for example. That's what the lower time frames are for, of course. In other news, tomorrow, I will be having a no. Wait. One of the projects that I really like. Let's go over a couple of altcoins before I can show you some really bullish news. CeDeFi. CeDeFi is doing okay, I guess. It's like not bad. It's not terrible. It's not good or anything. But overall, if you look at CeDeFi, what it's doing, and yeah, it depends a little on how you draw the trend line, of course. I can draw it all different ways. But overall, I think that CeDeFi is still in an uptrend, right? It's still on the daily. You see that it's just going up. We had some big whales selling right here. I don't know why, whatever. But that had quite an impact. But it got bought up right away. So that's pretty positive for CeDeFi because we came all the way back down to 105. And we're now just sitting at 115, almost 116 again at the moment of recording. I'm shooting this a little in forehand. I think anywhere around these prices are very bullish. I bought a fuckload of CeDeFi tokens the other day at 120. I knew it wasn't the best price. I knew it wasn't the best time to do that. And I knew I would get some temporary losses. But I also knew that I don't know. And I was 90% sure it was going down more, right? But with CeDeFi being my favorite project, I don't want to bet that 10% on missing out. They got a lot of stuff coming, and I don't want to miss out on CeDeFi. So therefore, I definitely bought more, trying to get the highest tier for this. But overall, it's looking quite good for Cetify. I mean, if you look at the weekly, since January basically, so now for 2 months, it's basically going up. I mean, lower lows, lower highs, and people are always worried about these moves. But we had such a move right here. We had such a move right here, here, right? Overall, the green candles are bigger than the red candles, and that's pretty important to me. It's getting a little overbought though. I also bought a lot more engine starter at, well, this level basically where we are right now. Why? Simply because I wanted to step my tier up with engine starter as well. It's a cheaper launchpad. They are going to release a project, Games for a Living. Now, Games for a Living is a very interesting project. Let me show you something. If you are not part of the Fomo Factory Telegram group, I would recommend you, being there. Why? Well, let me give you a little spoiler. I am in a WhatsApp group with Crypto Banter and a couple other people because I have a job application there. And I'm trying to share the best information over there. But I feel like if I share it right there, why don't I share it with my own community? So I spend a lot of time, researching stuff. And I wrote this about Games for a Living. So what I said right here, and that's why I want to be so heavy in engine starter and Cetify for the coming weeks. They are going to release this project. Now, this is interesting. An upcoming project that looks super interesting is Games for a Living. The best comparison I can make is Gala. Their team is top notch, and the founder of EA Sports, so not just any employee, but the founder of EA Sports, it's in the game, joined the team as chief strategy officer, right? So you can read that right here, how they got him on board. Really, really interesting to see how great that team is and how solid that project is. So it's a gaming studio that already released multiple games. It's also building their own gaming blockchain, from what I heard. And they provide game developers with resources and on their platform to build games in exchange for their token, right? So you need their token to build stuff right there. But as a gamer, you also need it. So their token has a good utility. They will be released by Cetify and Engine Starter the 9th of March. So I'm very interested in this project. So if you do not know about this, check it out, gamesforaliving.com. Really, really cool. They got some games already. And the portfolio of the team members is rock solid as well. And that's what I really like. If you look at the team right here and you look, for example, at the CEO, and you go to his LinkedIn, you could check out his portfolio, and they have a website where you could check out what he did for gaming. I bet you that if you scroll through this, you see a lot of games that that you played back in the past. I don't know, maybe still. Some games I don't know as well. But a lot of cool stuff, right? A lot of cool stuff. Also where he is the developer. Worms, fucking awesome. Powerpuff Girls. My guilty pleasure back in the day, don't tell you, Lego, a lot of cool stuff. So he has the experience to build such a platform. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. Therefore, another good reason for me to jump into Cetify and Engine Starter for sure. I got one last thing. And that's this. So let me go right here. And that's about Delysium. Tomorrow I will be having an interview with this guy. And they won. They won the Blockchain Live Awards 2023 Best Gamified Project. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. So let me show you something pretty cool. So for the people that don't know, by the way, about Delysium, I'll have it in the description of the video. Go check it out, how you can run a node right there so you can get these tokens daily. I'm going to look something up. Check out the trailer again, looking really, really, really awesome. But let me show you this, why it's also so awesome that they won these the award. Let me look it up for you real quick, guys. Sorry, I didn't have this prepared. All right, yeah, here we go. All right. So This was a Blockchain Live Award 2023. And the nice thing is, you can see, I don't know if I still have it. It's too bad that I think that I don't have it anymore. Well, I had information on who was speaking right there. So you got a list of the people that were speaking right there. And there were people from everywhere. Binance, UOB, a lot of exchanges, a lot of big projects as well, a lot of influencers. Everybody who is most important in this crypto space was there, right? And they all saw Delysium in the project. Now, I think in tomorrow's interview, you will get a lot of information that you will really get bullish about. I think I do, because I heard some stuff here and there, but I don't know. Tomorrow I'm just gonna ask all the questions. If you want to be there, the interview is 11 p.m. 11 a.m. So 11 in the morning. I'm stuck at time zones. UTC. Be there. So that's, yeah, I wanted to update you guys on that. For now, I'm gonna let my voice rest for a while. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I don't know what's holding you back, so subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications so that you won't miss out on anything. If you still haven't smacked that like button, give it a good smack, please. Would help me a lot. Love you guys. I'm gonna take care of myself now.